8 ways to sell your home. Listing agent essentials. Hi, my name is Angela Tolar and I'm your Metro Denver Realtor. And today we're going to talk about working with listing agents. If you find this information helpful or useful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel down below. All right, so let's get started. What is a listing agent? Well, a listing agent is a conventional way of selling your home by working with someone who holds a valid real estate license. And this individual is going to help you market and sell your property. The agent is going to handle various aspects of the transaction, such as pricing, marketing, negotiations, and paperwork. There are pros and cons to working with a listing agent, also known as a marketing agent. And those pros are things like professional expertise and guidance through the selling process, access to extensive marketing resources, and exposure to potential buyers, negotiation skills, and help to achieve the best possible price that you can get on your home. And lastly, assistance with the paperwork, inspections, and closing procedures. Now, there are also some cons to working with a full service listing agent. And some of those cons are things like there's the potential for a conflict of interest if your agent represents both you, the seller, as well as the buyer. Next up, we have things that could cause issues, such as the process may take longer and doesn't attract immediate interest. And one of the reasons that we see this happen is if the house gets priced too high. And that's part of what your listing agent is going to help you do, is pick the best price range to help your property sell in your desired timeline. After that, kind of the last con to working with a traditional listing agent is that you have less control over both the marketing process and the scheduling process than you would if you were working as a for sale by owner. So, how do you decide if working with a traditional listing agent is the right option for you? Well, if you value the expertise of somebody who holds a professional license and you want help with all aspects of the process of selling your house, then working with a traditional listing agent is probably the right choice for you. Now that we've discussed some of those basics, I want to get into what are some of the things that a listing agent actually does for you. And this is a fairly long list, so I'm going to go through it pretty fast. But when you're working with a traditional listing agent, they're going to help you prepare your home for sale. They're going to give you recommendations of things you can do. They're going to help you with a staging consultation. They're going to get you professional photos and videos. They're going to write a property description. They're going to do a marketing analysis and give you pricing recommendations. They're going to set up a marketing plan and get it implemented. They're going to set up showing services and make sure that they are appropriately managed. They're going to review any contracts and make sure that they are complete for you on time. They're also going to review any offers you give and give you assistance in selecting the one that makes the most sense for you. They're going to help with negotiations. They're going to manage your contract dates and deadlines. They're going to assist with resolving any title issues that you may have. They're also going to assist you with inspection issues. And obviously, they're going to help you at closing. Now, all of that being said, which is a huge mouthful, you may wonder what's the difference between working with a realtor and working with someone who's just a real estate agent. Well, both realtors and real estate agents hold valid real estate licenses that have been issued by the state. They also can both handle documents in real estate transactions, and they can both negotiate between buyers and sellers throughout the entire process. Here's where the difference comes in. If someone is a realtor, they are a member of the National Association of Realtors. They've agreed to abide by the Realtor Code of Ethics, and they have access to the Realtor Board's MLS along with the Keybox system. I hope you found that information informative. Next up, let's talk a little bit about commissions. I know this is a relatively taboo subject that most agents don't talk about, But here's a couple of things to keep in mind. Commission is always negotiable. Now, in the broad base of things in the universe, what do we see? We see that on average, commissions range between 4 and 7%. I have seen total commissions that are as low as 2%, where each agent only gets 1%. I have seen total commissions as high as 9% because there was some sort of specialty service that was being offered to the seller. Now, that being said, like I mentioned, the whole thing is negotiable, and you get to decide how much work you're going to have your agent do and what you're going to pay for those services. The other thing we should talk about is, how is commission handled? Now, when you're paying a commission of 6 apples, those apples don't all go to the agent that you're working with. What happens is that money gets paid to the agent's brokerage. The brokerage then gives a portion of that payment to the agent that worked with you. They then also send a portion of that payment over to the buyer's agent's brokerage. And from there, that brokerage pays out the buyer's agent. So what happens along the way is that each managing brokerage takes a tiny piece of the pie for themselves, while they also leave a portion of the commission for the agents as well. So that might be something you didn't know, and hopefully you found all of this information on working with traditional listing agents useful. Have a fantastic day.